Brazil versus Tunisia, ending in a dramatic 1-1 draw, was one of those football nights that didn't feel like a friendly at all. It had tension, frustration, unexpected moments, chances, missed, and emotions running from excitement to disbelief. This match wasn't just a scoreline, it was a story of ambition, pressure, pride, and two teams trying to prove very different points. Brazil came in with expectations towering over them, with the world constantly waiting for the next glimpse of that legendary Selecao magic, while Tunisia walked in with hunger, with the desire to show that they weren't just a warm-up opponent, but a nation ready to challenge giants. And from the first whistle, that energy was obvious. Tunisia didn't come to sit deep and pray, they came to fight. The match started with Brazil doing what everyone expected, keeping possession, rotating the ball, trying to stretch the Tunisian defense. Rodrigo looked sharp early. Vinicius Jr. was constantly calling for the ball, trying to break through. And Estêvão, the rising star, showed exactly why people are calling him the next big thing. But the surprising part was how Tunisia handled all that early pressure. They didn't break, they didn't panic, they stayed organized, waited for their moment, and when they countered with purpose. And then came the moment that shocked everyone. A fast transition, a burst of energy down the wing, Ali Abdi making a clever run, and suddenly Hazem Mastouri found himself in the perfect position to strike. He didn't overthink it, he didn't hesitate. One clean touch, one perfect finish into the corner, and Tunisia had scored a historic goal. Brazil, the five-time world champions, were trailing. The stadium fell into that strange silence where fans don't know whether to scream or freeze. Tunisia celebrated like warriors. Their bench exploded with emotion. Their fans roared as if they had just won a title. That was the tone setter. That was the moment the match transformed. Brazil suddenly woke up. You could see the urgency shift. They started pushing harder, faster, trying to suffocate Tunisia with waves of attacks. Rodrigo almost scored immediately after, but his shot was cleared off the line by a desperate Tunisian boot. Brazil kept pushing, but Tunisia defended with courage and unity. Every block, every clearance, every tackle had emotion behind it, but pressure eventually creates cracks. And right before halftime, Brazil found their equalizer. A handball by Dylan Braun triggered a VR check, and after a tense wait, the referee pointed to the spot. The stadium inhaled. Estêvão, young but fearless, stepped up for the penalty. He stared down the keeper, took a calm breath, and smashed the ball high into the net. 1-1. Brazil were back, the fans had new life, and Estêvão stood there with the confidence of a player twice his age. The equalizer didn't just change the score, it changed the energy of the entire mat. Coming into the second half, Brazil expected to dominate, but football rarely follows expectation. Tunisia started strong again, showing they weren't shaken by the goal. Then came the twist nobody wanted. Éder Militão picked up an injury and had to be taken off around the hour mark. Losing such a key defender, even in a friendly, hits the team's stability hard. Brazil felt that they pushed forward more desperately, maybe too desperately at times, leaving gaps. Tunisia tried to exploit on counters. But the key moment of the second half, the one people still talk about, came in the 78th minute. Vitor Roque made a smart run inside the box, fought through contact, and won a second penalty for Brazil. It felt like the moment that would finally tilt the match in Brazil's favor. But this time, Estêvão did not step up. Instead, Lucas Paquetá took the responsibility. He placed the ball, took his run-up, and blasted it. Straight over the bar, a golden chance gone. The Brazilian players froze. The Tunisian fans erupted like they had just scored again. Paquetá held his head in disbelief. And honestly, every Brazilian supporter did the same. That penalty miss felt like the emotional turning point of the second half. In the final minutes, Brazil attacked with everything they had. They pushed their defensive line higher and higher, trying to force Tunisia into one final mistake. Estêvão nearly became the hero again when he unleashed a powerful strike in stoppage time. But the ball crashed off the left post and spun away agonizingly. So close, inches away from glory, inches away from turning the narrative. But football is cruel like that. Sometimes the ball simply refuses to go in. When the referee blew the final whistle, the scoreboard showed 1-1, but the emotions on the field told a much deeper story. For Tunisia, this result was historic. They defended bravely, attacked with belief, and walked off with their heads high. Hazem Mastouri's name now lives in their football history books because scoring against Brazil is a badge of honor that lasts a lifetime. For Brazil, on the other hand, This match was a mirror. They saw their potential, but they also saw their flaws. 21 shots, but only 3 on target. An expected goals tally of 2.57, but only 1 goal from open play and 1 missed penalty they created, but they didn't finish. They dominated, but they didn't punish. And at this level, that mattered. The emotional part of this match is what makes it so powerful to talk about. Brazil's frustration was visible. Their young players trying to break through a wall, their senior players trying to hold the team together, the weight of expectation pressing down with every missed chance. Tunisia, on the other hand, played with passion, with belief, with the spirit of a team that knows opportunities like this don't come often. When Mastori scored, it wasn't just a goal. It was a footballing moment for a nation. When Paquetá missed, it wasn't just a mistake. It was a reminder that pressure can crush even the most talented boots in a single second. And when Estêvão hit the post at the end, it was the kind of heartbreak that players remember forever. This match teaches us something deeper about football. Talent doesn't guarantee victory. History doesn't guarantee dominance. And underdogs don't always stay underdog. Tunisia proved that belief can carry a team through 90 minutes against one of the giants of world football. Brazil learned that even with all their stars, every detail matters. Every run, every finish, every decision. The beauty of this match is how human it was. Mistakes, surprises, pressure, emotion, all wrapped inside a game meant to be a simple friendly. For soccer spender viewers, this is the kind of match that reminds us why football is the most emotional sport in the world. It's not just a game of goals, it's a game of moments. A game of hearts cracking and hearts exploding with joy. A game where one team fights to maintain its legacy and another fights to create one. This match had everything. A shocking opener, a confident equalizer, dramatic penalty moments, an emotional injury, late-game heartbreak, and a final result that told a story bigger than the numbers Tunisia earned. Respect. Brazil got a wake-up call, and fans got a match that felt more like a movie than a friendly.